Thinking about starting a business in the UAE, or maybe you already have a company and want to move it here. In this video, we are breaking it all down: how to set up a business the right way, what rules you need to know, how corporate bank accounts and taxes work, how people are buying properties with crypto and different types of visas, including golden visa. We'll also talk about setting up funds and family offices, what's really happening with investors bring their businesses to Dubai. So, if you're planning to do business, invest, or move to the UAE, keep listening because this video is packed with useful and practical information you'll actually understand and can use. And to help me answer all these questions, I have invited my good friend, someone I have known for over 20 years. He has been working in the UAE as a consultant for past 10 years with real experience helping entrepreneurs set up their businesses here and assisting many high-profile clients and celebrities, which we cannot name, in getting their golden visas. So welcome, Hamad. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Umair. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. So I just want this episode to be very useful and comes with the practical information that how to set up a business. And there are so many people moving to Dubai. When we say, Yalla, come to Dubai, I think everyone is coming to Dubai. So we'll start from or if you want to add anything, or if you want to introduce yourself.
No, so I think it's a good introduction. My name is Ahmed, and I've been working here for the last over a decade and continuously learning the systems, how people can expand their business and how they can make most of the benefits that are being provided in this country for entrepreneurs, for businesses and who want to enjoy the lifestyle that we are enjoying and move here with their families.
Yeah, the life is good. Safety, security. I mean, there are so many reasons that's why people are moving. So we'll start from the very basic that, when someone says company formation in Dubai, so what are the different types of setups like mainland, free zone or offshore? If you can explain maybe in briefly or in detail if you want.
Sure. So it's a very common question we get because a lot of companies are also marketing online to set up businesses in maybe 599, stuff like that. But there's more detail to it. It's more of a foundation that you're creating, you're putting up. It's just imagine like in real estate when you're putting up the foundation for a building to come up. This is the foundation of your business to grow up. There are different sort of jurisdictions in the UAE. Jurisdictions mean that they have the authority to issue the trade license by which a company or an individual can perform their economic activities. So a mainland company is where the business is registered in the Department of Economy. So all of the 7 Emirates have departments of economy. They are issuing trade licenses which are known as mainland trade licenses. And then there's special economic zones set up by the government, and they're all across the world. Every country has their own special economic zones which incentivizes companies and individuals to come and invest in that country and set up their businesses and operate from there. So UAE is one of the probably the leading countries in the world that have a vast number of free zones. Some are very specific, industry specific. Some are very industry agnostic, which means all kinds of companies can set up there. So these are economic zones which are known as free zones where people can set up their businesses. So there are different sort of processes and timelines and costs associated for each of them.
So if we ask what are the main differences between, the mainland and the free zone, because for someone who's very new in Dubai, they do not know whether to set up an office in mainland or free zone. If in free zone, which free zone?
Correct. That's a very good question, and we get that quite often. So a mainland business is a local UAE business. So if you set up a company in the mainland in one of the economic departments in any of the 7 Emirates, you are considered to be a local UAE business. And when you set up a business in the free zone, you will be an international business domiciled or registered in the UAE. So this is one of the key difference. So if you are a business or a person or a businessman who wants to do local business, they want to open shops here, restaurants, and serve the local community and population, then it's best to go for a mainland business. And if you are an international business, say you are a marketing agency, you have clients outside of UAE, but you want to live in the UAE, and you want to service a little bit of UAE as well, so then it's best to go for a free zone business.
So how many free zones do we have in the UAE?
Oh, so that is a growing number, just like the economy of the UAE.
Okay.
So currently there are just over 50 free zones all across the UAE. Yeah.
Okay.
And some are very trade oriented, so they're based on the ports. Like we have Jafza, we have Dubai Airport free zone, we have the Quwain free zone. They are based on the ports, so it's more attracting for trading businesses
Okay.
who are doing cross-border transactions. And some are very industry specific, like media cities. We have a Sharjah media city, we have a Dubai media city. So these are attracting that whole ecosystem of media companies, where you have photographers, movie producers, and movie production companies. So just over 50 free zones gives you a good sort of options to choose from, but there are a lot of differences in terms of how you want to portray your business.
Okay.
So we take a step back, and then we understand the vision of the business owner.
Okay.
What do they want to do? Like, where do they see their business? So once they answer that question, then we take this first decision of whether to set up in the mainland or in the free zone.
Yeah, because sometimes people do not know. They maybe set up a office in free zone, but they should have office in the mainland.
Yeah.
And that's how they make mistakes, because I mean, these days so many people are coming, so many people are setting up their businesses, and so many companies are coming up which are helping.
They are all, yeah. So we have that issue because there is no barrier to entry for anybody to come up and provide this service. So what we always say that when our clients come to us, and sometimes they find us expensive, that it probably happens to a lot of people, but we say that you have to look at the team that is working for you. So our team and the people we work with, they're all mostly they have over 10 years of experience, and they're working directly with the government.
Okay.
So all the initiatives issued by the government, we are probably the first to know about them. So we can understand the reasoning behind it, and we can explain it to people as well.
Yeah, because this is very important to have the right experience and the right people, inside all the economic departments, or if you know all the rules and regulations. Because
it's not about knowing the people in the economic department, it's knowing how the system works. Because see, the best thing about the UAE is that they're always streamlining the process. So if there were hurdles previously, they are removing them. So they're always streamlining. So like, it's one of the most low bureaucratic system in the world. So most of the stuff is done online. So there is no thing that something is stuck over there.
I mean, sometimes having the right knowledge is very important, because I've seen, some of my clients, they got in touch with some companies, and they saw their ads on Google or maybe Instagram. They clicked on one ad, then they started getting so many messages. And then they started their work. They promised 5 days, 10 days, and it took them 1 month, 2 months. And then every time they're asking for something new documents. So it's very frustrating for them, because if someone is not living in Dubai or UAE, coming from, let's say, from UK, from India, Pakistan, from Europe, and then to arrange all the documents which they didn't know previously, and now they have to arrange it again, time, money, frustration, energy, so many things.
True, because a lot of people who are choosing UAE, most of them, they take it as like a step where they want to basically jump on. So they don't want to come here fully to the UAE initially and make that whole investment and take an office and everything. They want to set up a base and initially grow from here, because they're already either running businesses in their home countries or other countries. So they just want to keep a base here because they want to enter into the region. So a lot of times this happens when people miscommit clients and businesses, and that's where the delay happens, because the mindset of an entrepreneur in this fast moving world is that, okay, so it's 10 days, they will book a flight, they will book a hotel for 10 days, they will expect things to be done in 10 days.
They expect a lot from the UAE, especially from Dubai. And they think, some of the people I get in touch with, they expect that everything is here is good, which is good, but sometimes because of the inexperienced people in all the industries, not just in your industry, in our industry as well, things can go here and there.
True. So that's why it's like any business that you choose to work with when you're onboarding a vendor. So you have to do an assessment of that vendor as well, of what their experience is, what is their qualification, and who is running the show behind. So that is one key thing. Then you have to do a bit of your own research. I mean, whatever I'm telling you, it's not something that I've created.
Yeah.
It's already there. When I was talking about being, very streamlined processes, everything is mentioned in government websites in all free zones. So the information is there.
Yeah.
It's just that when they come to us, we put it all together and tailor it for them for their particular business. So when they're trying to make that decision of setting up a company here, so we always look at what is their growth aspect. Will they be hiring people here? Will they have foot on ground? They will need an office space, or will they require a particular space? Like if we are sitting here in the studio, so they would require a particular place to set up a business like this. So we look at all of these factors and then the cost factor as well, right?
I mean, this is one of the most important factors as well.
It is the most important factor, you can say, because some free zones are offering very discounted prices on trade licenses with virtual offices, but they're sometimes not the main requirement or the need of the client. But they're missold and they normally jump onto it as the cheapest trade license or cheapest way to set up the business. So I always tell my clients and people I work with that there is no cheapest trade license. There is no cheapest way to set up the business. There's only one way, that is the correct way, that is relevant for your business.
If it is not relevant to your business, even if you have taken the cheapest package, it can become one of the most expensive.
True.
So once you have chosen between the mainland and the free zone, what are the main legal structures available, like LLC, sole establishment, or the branch office?
So these are all basically liability based structures. So how much liability the business owner will take, and how much liability the company will take, because essentially if you look at it, they're both separate entities. So if we choose a sole establishment, then you and the company are one entity. The business owner or the shareholder is the same entity as the company. So whatever liabilities the company creates, the owner will be equally responsible. And even if there is a partnership and it's not an LLC, here it's called a civil company. So both the partners are as good as the company. So whatever liability the company brings on,
so they will be equally responsible.
And there is a difference in the pricing as well. So when you choose an LLC company, the cost is a bit higher. So what is an LLC company is where the liability of the shareholders or the owner is limited to the capital that they've invested. So which is always mentioned in the memorandum of association, which is called the MOA. So these are the key words that are thrown around and people don't know what they are, especially people who are new in business. Because these are common terminologies in all parts of the world. So if somebody is doing business, for example, in India, they would know these terminologies, although slightly changed and they use different terms, but the concept is same. But a lot of people, Dubai is home to probably, I would say, the most number of new entrepreneurs, people who are starting business for the first time.
I mean, they have made it so easy and they have made this place really good, so that everyone wants to come here.
It is like a magnet, yes. So everybody wants to come here. Even if once somebody comes on a holiday, they feel like, this is a place I would love to stay.
I came here just for the visit visa and it's been like 13 years now.
So that's, I think, the story of most of us, I guess.
I mean, it's just not my story. I mean, I know some of my friends, family members. I came here single, now I've got a family here.
Yes.
That's how the population is
increasing, yes. Now it's going to be double.
It has crossed over 4 million in just a short span of time.
Really? I think this is pretty good.
So so you were discussing about the
structure.
Sole establishment or the branch office.
So there is obviously a cost difference to the structure that you're getting, and it's not the cost that you're paying to anybody else. It's the cost of the actual trade license. It's a government fee that is being charged. So when you take a sole establishment company or you buy you opt for a civil company, then the liability is a bit higher on you, which is okay for small businesses where they're not basically exposed to too much liability. So they're not doing trading or transactions on credit term basis, where they owe money to people and people owe to them. Well, a lot of people owe money to you. That's most of the case.
Yeah.
But it's good for small businesses. But if you are a large business where you're doing heavy transactions, where the payment cycle is sometimes 60 to 90 days.
Yeah.
So it's better to have an LLC trade license where your liability is then limited to the
amount you have
invested.
Okay.
So and there is no sort of minimum investment required or physically. Sometimes you see a lot of jurisdictions, they require you to have certain amount of funds and you need to show them or deposit them with the Ministry of Economy.
Okay.
Here it's not that case. So you can put up a 300,000 dirham as your capital investment, or you can put it 3 million or 30 million.
Okay.
You don't have to show that. But however, if things go south, then you will be
You mean Dubai South or
Imar South?
Yeah.
So you will be responsible for that amount.
Okay.
So if, for example, God forbid, if business goes down and your capital investment, the initial capital investment that you've shown on the MOA, 30 million, for example.
Yeah.
Just to pump up the value of the business. A lot of people do that. So, and things go bad, then you will be liable for the entire amount if the liability is higher. So these are some technicalities that we go into, and a lot of people avoid these because it's sometimes hard to explain to the client because it doesn't belong to them. So there are people who come in, they specialize in their business.
Okay.
So if we have like a doctor, he would not be interested to know what this is. He would be focused on creating the best healthcare, providing the best healthcare service for his or her patients. So what we do is we take care of that.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said you have got a 10 years of practical experience. Because I wanted someone to come on this podcast so that who has got a real practical knowledge and experience. Right. Because there are everyday people are moving to Dubai, they set up their businesses and they act as a consultant. But when you go to them, when you ask questions, unfortunately, sometimes they just to get the business, they say, come, we come. One thing which I keep hearing that the UAE now allows 100% foreign ownership. Is that fully implemented in all the sectors, or are there still areas where you need a local partner?
Free zones, since their inception, had 100% ownership. If somebody set up a company in any of the free zones, they will be 100% owners. So whatever the shareholders are, they will be 100% owner, which means that there is no local person involved. Previously, in the mainland businesses, certain businesses were 100% owned, but they needed a local service agent.
Okay.
They used to call it LSA, local service agent. So the local service agent used to sort of be a guarantor for the business.
I mean LSA,
local service agent.
So it was, you mean the Emirati or what?
It would be an Emirati.
Okay.
Emirati, or sometimes it could be a Gulf national person.
GCC. Okay.
They did not own the company. So you were 100% owner. So if I'm a sole establishment, I needed a LSA to register that business. Post 2020, they've made a lot of changes. A lot of businesses are now 100% owned. So you
in the mainland as well.
In the mainland as well.
Okay.
However, certain business activities still require a local person to be there, like an audit.
Okay.
You want to set up an audit company, you will need a local person who is a finance graduate with an audit experience, and they cannot have any other company. So they cannot be an owner of another audit company and be your partner as well.
Conflict of interest?
Yes.
Okay.
So now it's difficult to find, it's like a needle in a haystack, because a lot of audit companies are already there, and most of them obviously they can't run without a local person, a law firm. So if you are trying to start a law firm, you will need a local person who is a law graduate who
has got an experience
in practicing law. You can, however, be a legal consultant. So you can provide consultancy, you can give draft contracts, agreements, review contracts and agreements for services, which a lot of people are doing in line with the UAE rules and regulations.
I mean, this is new information for me. I had no idea.
Actually, a lot of people don't know that. And similarly, certain sectors are sort of kept away for business, like which are, you can say, crucial to the national security or national interests of the UAE. So they are also not available for every other person to open. Even local people cannot do that. So they are very specific that you have to fulfill certain requirements in order to get into that business. So in order to protect the whole community, the environment, the business ecosystem. Other than that, there are more than 1,200 business activities available for you to start a business. So I'm sure one of them would fit into what you're planning to do.
So, I mean, what types of companies people are opening left and right these days?
So obviously, number one is real estate, because of the booming market, and because there is so much demand.
Yeah.
I have a few real estate clients, and it's so fast because I hear this conversation in their offices that a plot is for sale. And when they go to the buyer and then they check again, the plot is sold. So it's like gold right now. So it's like, people are moving in crazy here and they need that space. So, a lot of people are pushing this argument that there's a bubble or something like that. I don't see a bubble because the way the population is going, if you look at the economics, it does not make sense.
Because for the bubble is something different.
Yeah.
But right now it's pure organic growth. It's not like the people have just come here or something happened, they are just moving to Dubai. It's pure organic growth. I'm here for last 13 years. And when I came here, the situation was different. But now the kinds of jobs are creating, the infrastructure in your industry, the business formation, the AI sector, the crypto sector, I mean, the tourism, it's not just the people are coming to visit here, the health tourism, educational tourism, so many things are happening.
AI, they are promoting AI. So they are attracting the entire artificial intelligence, brains, geniuses of the world to come here.
Yeah. So, because we can discuss a lot, but let's go back to the main topic. So,
the kinds of businesses.
What are the main types of licenses, like commercial or the professional or the industrial? How should someone choose the right one?
Okay, that's a very interesting question because there are different types of license. So there is the professional license.
Okay.
There is a commercial license, and then there is a industrial license. There's also one more, which is an agriculture license.
Okay.
In simple words, professional license is where you are providing a service.
Okay.
So mostly service-based businesses, they get a professional trade license. A commercial trade license is where you're doing a trade of services. Now, when you set up even a company which is service-based, that is LLC with multiple partners, that can also fall into a commercial trade license.
Okay.
Because the transaction value becomes a bit higher, it becomes more like a commercial trade of services.
Okay.
Not a delivery of services. So there are different technicalities to that. So keeping it simple for the audience as well, that a professional trade license is for service-based business, commercial is for physical goods and services that are being offered on a wider scale. Industrial trade license where you have a factory or a manufacturing place.
And the other one, the agriculture?
Agriculture one is that you are doing obviously agriculture. So there are certain lands available which you can take and process agriculture.
So if you have taken one license, but can it cover multiple business activities?
So in the mainland, they have grouped activities.
Okay.
Multiple activities under certain groups.
Okay.
So if you want to do like textile trading, so there are multiple activities available in textile trading.
So it's only in mainland or the free zone as well?
In mainland. In free zones, you can club the activities. So you can have a trading license, trading activities as well as service-based activities, which is not there in the mainland. If you're a service-based business, whatever activities you're choosing, there is a group under which that activity falls in. So you can choose those activities which are relevant to you and add them.
Okay. But adding them has an additional cost or what?
No, there's
in the free zone or in the mainland?
In either of them, there's a limit to which you can add. So I think in the mainland, there are up to 10 activities you can add in a trade license.
Okay.
In the free zone, some free zones are offering 10 activities. Some free zones are active, allowing 3 to 5 activities. But they are allowing them to be cross category.
Okay.
So you can be a service-based business, you can be a consultancy, and you can have a trading as well.
Okay.
But that is an issue because then when you go for opening a bank account, the bank gets confused that are you doing consultancy or trading, because it's best recipe for money
I
laundering.
mean, I wanted to come to the opening a bank account for a company because we have one recent experience where one of my clients is struggling. So you want to talk about that now or later on?
We can cover that later on.
Because once we have decided, okay, we want to set up a company. So what are the actual steps to register a business? We'll talk about the cost. How much time does it take? Okay,
So we'll sum this whole thing up.
Okay.
So you've decided, okay, you would choose either of the jurisdiction, mainland
or
or
the free zone.
Then you require certain documents to be available. So first thing you need to do is submit for an initial approval.
Okay.
What is an initial approval? That you have to select a trade name for your business, and you have to submit your ID documents, either if you're a local resident, your Emirates ID and passport, or if
Okay.
you're a foreigner, just your passport. So this will go to the Ministry of Interior, where they will do the security clearance for that individual,
Okay.
that they are allowed to open a business in the UAE. Once you get that initial approval, then you proceed to open an office, or take a virtual office, and you register that trade name with a ijari, which is a commercial lease agreement.
Okay.
So once you get that commercial lease agreement, you submit all of those documents back to the Ministry of Economy or the licensing issuing jurisdiction. Then they will issue you a trade license.
Okay.
Once that is issued, you register that business with the Ministry of Immigration,
Okay.
where they allow that company to sponsor visas.
Okay.
Either for the investors themselves or the employees they plan to hire. And then you register that company with the Ministry of Labor, so that they can issue work permits for the employees you're going to.
So how much time on average it takes for opening a company in the free zone?
In the free zone, it's
minimum to maximum.
a minimum. I think there have been companies set up within a day as well.
Okay. Within hours or a day?
Within hours of this. So we
Okay.
submitted documents in the morning. By evening, we had the trade license and all the documents.
Okay.
This is where just the trade license is issued.
Okay.
Right, with the virtual office and everything. So they do the initial approval, because nowadays you see there's a lot of conflict going on across the world. So people are trying to avoid that conflict and move here. So in order to keep this place safe, they do take some time for the security clearance of the individual. But normally they're very efficient. So it's within a matter of sometimes minutes, sometimes hours, that you get the
Approvals.
and then you immediately just have to choose the name, because there's so many people coming in. Most likely that your chosen name, your preferred name has been already been taken.
Yeah.
So that takes the time. The whole entire process from the initial approval to getting the residence visa,
Okay.
it's around 10, maximum 10 working days.
So for the free zone and for the mainland as well?
For the mainland as well. So within that period of time, this is the average time basically.
Okay.
Sometimes it's taken a bit longer because of the availability of documents and the availability of the individual themselves and the security clearance and all of this. So, and sometimes it's been like super quick. So I'm telling within a day. We've had cases where even for mainland businesses, we had processes done within a day.
Within a day?
Within a day. So, but it's not guaranteed. But the official time, which the government also tells you, which we'll also tell you, it won't be different, would be about 10 working days.
So for example, if someone is trying to open a real estate company, how much time and how much does it cost to open a real estate company?
Okay, good question. So for real estate company, the standard average trade license for a foreigner is about 12 to 14,000 dirhams for a mainland.
Okay.
Right, and real estate is mostly preferred to be in the mainland, unless you are doing the real estate business within the free zone jurisdiction, like if you are based in Silicon Oasis,
Okay,
or JLT. So you would need a company to be based in
JLT
to
DMCC.
So most likely in the mainland, you will be based as a real estate company, and the trade license cost along with the initial approval will be around 12 to 14,000. So there are a number of real estate activities that are available for a businessman or a woman to choose.
Okay.
So which is buying and selling of real estate, brokerage, leasing.
Yeah, leasing.
Sometimes people have a trade license where they manage other people's properties, rentals, So these are all different activities
Okay.
which can be added. So each activity there's a cost. If you have, most likely a lot of people choose like 2 to 3 activities, so that's additional 5,000 per activity as a fee.
Okay. Because and one more important thing, because sometimes people they just open their company, but when the time of the renewal comes, because there is a renewal cost every year, right?
Yes.
So sometimes they do not expect that the cost would be small or the big. When the cost comes, they're like, oh, why did we open that company, or why we added so many
Activities. Yeah. So that's why it's very important from the very beginning to know what you're going to do. So if you're going to buy and sell real estate, you take buy and sell real estate. If you're planning to do brokerage, then you take the brokerage activity. And if you plan to brokerage and leasing, which will basically you will broker the deal for your clients, and then you'll take that property and lease it for them. There are 2 activities which are very common.
I mean, I know one person. So he came to Dubai 1 or 2 years ago. He opened a company because he just wanted to have a company here. No business activity or anything. But when at the time of the renewal came, and then the invoice came to him, it was like 25,000 dirhams.
Oh.
So he was asking me whether the consultant is right or wrong. So when I checked with you said yes, it's right. I mean, this is the cost of the renewal.
Yes, so it depends again what they sold him at the at the initial time. So his objective was to basically have a presence here.
Yeah.
Eventually he would do a business, but right now he doesn't want to do a business. He just want to have a presence here, get the residency, and explore. And that's very understandable. If there are some very careful investors. They want to assess the market first. They will see where it's going, because it's UAE is a very dynamic place. I mean, people who live here and people who are observing UAE, they know how things are changing here. The advancement in technology and everything. Like the lifestyle is completely changed. Like how we used to go out and eat every day. Now it's changed because we are ordering in. And we are being spoiled because it's being delivered so fast.
And sometimes because there is a war going on between the
delivery companies, we benefit.
So now let's move to.
So I'll just continue on that. Whatever you set up, there will be a renewal cost every year.
Yeah.
So a license is renewed every single year. So because you don't have any income tax, right? So you're not liable to pay any tax on your income like salaries. There is, however, corporate tax, but that is
mentioned
separate.
The income tax. I was coming to corporate tax.
We'll come to that, but so the trade license is renewed every year, and one of the reasons it's renewed every year is because it's such a dynamic place. If people don't wish to continue, and it's hard survival for the business, then they have the option to basically liquidate and leave, because a lot of people just will keep the business for no reason, and probably that name is taken, that space is also taken, and there is no economic activity happening. So there are different reasons why that is again a barrier to basically entry for other people, that if you can survive another year, which is good. So
there is a renewal cost for for everything, from cars to
everything. So in order
visas.
to which is I think part of the whole system, where so it's keeping it safe, because you see a lot when you are living in an economy which is such fast paced. You get a lot of people who come here with ill intentions, and we see a lot of happening. They take advantage. So in order to deter them, there is a cost that you have to continue business.
I mean, that's why people are coming. It has become one of the safest places to live and do business here. I mean, still there are people taking advantage of these.
That will always be there, and will be anywhere that is as fast growing as the UAE. So in order to protect that whole environment, there is a renewal fee to it, and which is as much what you are paying right now, slightly less than what you initially paid, depending on again where you set up the company. So if it's a mainland, it's going to be different. For free zone, it's going to be different.
So I mean, as you mentioned about the income tax, thank God we do not have the income tax. That's why people from all over the world, they are coming to Dubai. But there is a corporate tax. This has been one of the biggest updates recently. So what's the current tax rate, and who exactly needs to pay it?
So before answering who exactly needs to pay it, there are a lot of people who don't need to pay it. So there are a lot of businesses that do not require
to pay the corporate tax.
They're not required to pay the corporate tax.
Okay. For example?
It's been implemented. So the corporate tax is there. Businesses have to register with the FTA
Okay.
And whether they are liable to pay or not, that is a separate thing, but registration is a must now. A lot of people recently got fines for not registering in time. So once you register a company, you have 90 days to register the business with the FD. So as soon as the trade license is issued, we normally do it for we just register them with the FDA. So, and we give them the registration document. So it means that they're being compliant with the local regulations.
Okay.
So one who does not need to pay if your revenue is not meeting the threshold, number one. So if the revenue is less than 375,000 dirhams, $100,000 approximate.
Yeah.
Your profit, is less than 375,000 dirhams, you are not liable to pay. It's gonna be zero. So anyways, that whole threshold is a 0% corporate tax.
But the registration is must.
Registration is must and it's free of cost.
Okay.
So anybody can do it. It's a very simple process. You can register on the FT website. Just go on, register the company. Now they've linked it with the UAE pass. So once you register the company, even with your passport, your Emirates ID is not issued, you can register on the UAE pass.
Okay.
And that will be linked to your FTA account as well. So when you log in with your UAE pass on the FT portal, it will show how many companies you have. So you can choose which company you want to deal with on the FT portal.
Okay.
So again, what I said earlier, that they have streamlined the process.
Yeah.
So technically, we are not required in this market because somebody wants to do it themselves, they can do it themselves.
Okay.
We come in to save time. We come in with a bit of additional knowledge and experience to make sure that they, our clients and people who are setting a business here, they are compliant and they're not wasting time on things they need to learn for no reason. Because anyway, they need to focus on marketing and building the business, and so we take away that whole pain of them and let them focus on their business. Okay. Now there are other small business reliefs as well. So if you are a business, you've completed 1 year of operation, your profit is also higher than the threshold. You can apply for a small business relief. So there also you don't pay the corporate tax.
Beautiful.
So for this is for new businesses who are setting up less than 3 years old.
Do you help them in getting the relief?
Yes, of course. Okay. And we have a team of chartered accountants who are working on this. And not just this, even helping them with maintaining the books of accounts for them.
Okay.
So they know how much they're spending, each and every penny and fills, you can say, is tracked. So they are able to see what the business, because the language of business is numbers. So we have that service available. We're doing the bookkeeping, we're filing the corporate tax, and if they are fulfilling the requirement for VAT.
Okay.
What is the VAT? It's a value added tax.
Yeah.
So if your business has crossed 375,000 dirhams of business in the last 12 months from today. So say today we are sitting here on the 5th of November. And past 1 year, if the business is crossing 375,000 dirhams, it becomes mandatory for the business to register for VAT.
Yeah, because I was about to ask, when is the businesses are required to register the VAT? How does VAT filing actually work in the UAE? And I mean, you have already mentioned that exceptions for the special cases for the startups and the small businesses.
VAT is applicable for businesses doing economic activity within UAE.
Okay.
So if I am selling goods outside of UAE, I will not be required to report that income for VAT.
Okay.
So if my major service or invoices are being going outside, so if I'm a marketing company or a consultancy, for example, and I'm advising and providing consultancy services to my clients outside of the UAE, and even if that income is higher, I'm not required to charge them VAT because the services are being delivered outside of UAE. So where the services are being delivered locally and the goods of service and the goods are being traded locally, then that income is added to the revenue for which is included in the threshold for VAT calculation. So to make it simple, any business you're doing in the UAE, the revenue exceeds 375,000 dirhams, you are required to register for VAT. And going forward, you are going to charge 5% VAT to your clients, which will be paid to the government, and that is paid every quarter.
Every quarter
you have to submit the returns for VAT. And for corporate tax, the return filing is for every year. So after a 12-month period, you have 9 months to deliver the corporate tax. So you can submit it at the 13th month, or you can wait till the following 9th month.
Okay.
If you're year ending, and you have to determine what your year ending in. So there's a lot of things that go into this.
All the technicalities.
If what is your, there is a calendar which we follow, and there's a business calendar.
Okay.
So business calendar is where you start the accounting of the company. So most of the business do it from January to December, but there are a lot of the international companies that have a different accounting calendar.
Yeah.
Some start from April to March, from June to July. So it varies on them. So, and they can basically, when they're registering for the corporate tax, they mention their financial year, whether it's January to December or June to July, July to June. So based on that, the FTA will issue them that when they need to submit their corporate tax return. Whether they're liable to pay or not, that is a separate thing, but they have to submit the returns.
Okay.
So whether it's zero, so you're not paying anything, but you have to submit that information to the government, which basically takes away that whole thing that, UAE is a tax haven and stuff like that, because now everything since the last couple of years is being submitted to the government. Audited reports, audited financial statements, and company information is all being, reported back to the authorities. So there's not like anybody's gonna come and there is no tax and stuff like that. There is no, however, income tax. So
that's the biggest relief.
True, that is one of the biggest reliefs. It gives you the lifestyle and the options to do a lot of things. So because you're not paying any percentage of your salaried or fixed income.
Because in other parts, in other countries, people are paying more than 50% of their income in taxes, and in return they are not getting anything. And when we were growing up, we were thinking that only our part of the world has problems. But now we see that so many developed nations have got so many issues: inflation, taxation, crime, safety, security, education, healthcare as well. So there are so many things which we do not realize. But here in Dubai, after moving to Dubai, that's why when we come here, we do not want to move unless and until we have some other reason. We have to. So in this part, I think we have covered how to form a company, the steps, types of companies, licensing requirement. Because in the other part, I want we discuss about the funds, the family offices, discussion about the types of visas, the golden visas on the properties, okay, because there are some technicalities, whether, what are the advantages of the visas, and then whether to buy a property on the company name or to buy on a personal name because of the taxation and everything. But to just wrap it up, so what are the mistakes people should avoid when they are trying to open a company?
So one of the mistakes which we mentioned is that not to go for anything the cheapest. Anything anybody sells you as the cheapest.
We also tell not to buy a client any cheapest
property. Yes, because you don't know that cheapest will become the most expensive for you. Second is that is have a bit of check on the pulse of the economy or the sector you're going in. So a lot of people say that most of the sectors in the UAE are oversaturated, which is not the case, because you see every day there's a new restaurant coming up, there's a new beauty salon coming up, and these are kind of services which will always be required because there's a growing population.
There are always competitors.
There always will be, and there's a change in population as well. You see, previously the diaspora was predominantly South Asian. Right now that is shifting with all the changes that are happening across the world, and the inception of golden visas and the easiness to buy properties, and they have now options with so many developers to buy different kinds of properties at different prices at different locations, right? So it's attracting people from all over the world. So the diaspora is changing, the whole demographic structure of the UAE is changing, so which means that the tastes and preferences are also changing.
So many things are changing.
So you don't necessarily need to open a new Pakistani restaurant, you can open a new Mexican restaurant.
Now the trend has become more, people are going towards more organic food as well.
Organic food, exactly. So a lot of health conscious people are here, and we are in this month of November, which is the fitness month.
Things are changing.
30 by 30 challenge. So I think everybody should be going for a walk.
Walk, running, whatever they can do.
For 30 minutes every day.
30 minutes. Are you doing any walking?
I'm doing 30 minutes intermittent fasting. So another other mistakes that people are falling for is to not keeping into account what they're spending, right? So once you start a new business, because see, UAE is a holiday destination. When you go for a holiday, you don't count how much you're spending, right? You just spend. But at the same time, you are starting a business, and that business needs to be accounted from day one.
Absolutely.
So normally I advise people, if they plan on hiring somebody, your first hire should be an accountant, right?
Okay.
So who will start tracking you. If you don't want to hire somebody, you can outsource this service. There are companies like our company, there are other companies that offer this service. That from day one they will start your accounting. So whatever you're paying for your trade license or your professional fees, any legal fees, any travel expenses, will be all accounted from day one.
Okay.
So you know every month how much you're spending, and which will give you the realization of how much you need to basically make and budget in order to run that business successful. So a lot of people fail this step, which is why by the end of the year they say, oh, there's a loss. Now we spent so much, we didn't make any money.
I mean, yeah, that's a mistake people make. So you have already given them the advice to hire an accountant or hire any consultancy firm. So lastly, with new regulations, tax reforms, and the upcoming projects, how do you see Dubai's business landscape evolving over the next few years?
So we'll talk about this in the next video, which is regarding the family offices.
Yeah.
So a lot of family offices are moving here, so they will be shaping the whole business sector of the UAE. So there will be a lot of change in the real estate industry, in the healthcare game. You will find a lot of businesses investing in healthcare, because there is a lot of advancements with the AI in healthcare, and how they're treating different kinds of issues in the medicine industry. So that change I'm seeing, there will be a big group of companies operating here which are not locally based. So previously they are locally based. There will be international family offices operating here, investing here.
I mean, there are many offices are already
here. So now they're setting the base. So they're some of them are setting up businesses from scratch. Some of them have jumped into real estate, so they're planning good kind of new communities, different communities. So I think somewhere I was seeing online where they are doing wellness communities. So
I mean, the trends have changed.
So AI with the whole technology and crypto and all of that, there will be a lot of changes on that aspect.
So in the next video, we'll be talking about the crypto, how to use crypto, how to buy a property through crypto, about the funds, the family offices, and how to get a golden visa, the complications in the golden visa, whether to buy a property on your personal name or the company's name because of the tax structure and everything. So we'll be talking about a lot, so you'll get really useful information. Anything you want to add?
No, I think we'll keep a lot of stuff for the next video, especially regarding golden visas as well, because I'll just give a quick summary for regarding golden visas. Now they've expanded so many categories. So previously, there were doctors, high paid, high salaried people, property owners. Now you've got celebrities, you've got content creators, you've got gamers.
Can you tell us the name of any celebrity?
We'll keep it for now. But do follow us, so on social media, so you can get to know.
Perfect. So thank you so much for coming. It was a very healthy information for me as well, and I'm sure for the audience as well.
Yeah, and if there are any questions, I'll be happy.
Yeah, in case if you have got any questions, I'm sure you'll have so many questions, so you can reach out directly, or it's better to comment, so it's good. So thank you so much, Ahmed, for coming. I'll see you in the next video about where we discuss about so many other things.
Done. Thank you so much, man.
So thank you so much for watching. So please, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video.